Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I am blessed to have the opportunity to tell you about In Bloom by Fern Michaels, Carolyn Brown, and Lori Foster. Now, I have read this book maybe 2 weeks ago, but I'm just getting to it now because, life, health issues, stuff like that. But no worries because the book isn't even out yet. I'm making this video on the 24th and it won't even be released until the 26th, so I'm still a little bit ahead of the game. So, what is this anthology about? Well, you have 3 novellas. They're about 90 pages each. And why don't we just talk about each one really briefly? But before we do that, I will say that there's a common theme in this book, and that common theme is Mother's Day. And so that's what the underlying theme of the book is. So, what about our first book, Amazing Gracie by Fern Michaels? Now, we have Gracie Walden, who's a flight attendant, and she takes 2 weeks off of work so that she can spend time with her mother and her older sister, Ella. Her mother's name is Ella, her older sister's name is Hope. Now, it's not just spending time with her mother and sister, it's unraveling some secrets of her past. Secrets that, as a matter of fact, will have her reveal at some point in this novella. So while the other 2 stories that I'm going to tell you about might be definitely are more on the line of romance, this one falls right in there with women's fiction. Now, I haven't read a lot of Fern Michaels books. In fact, I checked Goodreads and I've only read 2, but no worries because this book gave me just enough of a taste of her writing to put her back into my purview, so I'm really glad that I read this one. The next one is The Mother's Day Crown by Carolyn Brown. Now, I love Carolyn Brown. I've only actually been reading her for about a year, maybe a little bit longer than that. And in the year or so, my drills look like they're about to fall off my table. In the last year or so, I have read 7 of Carolyn Brown's books. I love her books. Her writing is stellar. So what's going on in this book? Well, we have Monica Allen and Tyler McGee. They were childhood sweethearts, but he broke her heart when they were teenagers. So what are they doing right now? What is the connection that brings them back into the situation that might give them a second chance? What makes this book a second chance romance? Well, why don't we talk about Dottie and Winnie? Dottie and Winnie are 2 grandmothers, 2 elderly ladies who are going into a retirement home. And they each contacted their grandchildren to sort out all the matters of the houses they're leaving behind. And in essence, it makes these 2 women matchmakers. I'm going to get Monica here. Yes, and I'm going to get Tyler here. And we're going to do this, and we're going to do that. We're going to make it so that Monica can get over the heartbreak that Tyler landed upon her and give her a chance to move on. And then, so you're watching 2 stories here. You're watching Tyler and Monica as they traverse their path to love. But you also, if you like me that loves older ladies, you're going to fall in love with Dottie and Winnie. Their banter was great. The connection was great. And they were just 2 fun ladies. And now that's basically what Mother's Day Crown is. And by the way, the Mother's Day Crown is something that they were competing against each other so that one of them would get the crown on Mother's Day. And another thing I want to say, and I just looked at my notes and I feel like I got to say it. The Mother's Day Crown might have been a prize that was going to be given to whoever the winner would be, but the ultimate prize in this book is love. I just wanted to say that. And then I have Meant to Be by Lori Foster. Now, this book was an easy yes for me. Easy yes. Because right in the first, just grabbing my Kindle, right in the first few sentences, first few words, I just want to bring it up because I want to see if any Lori Foster fans are going to see what I felt when I read this. It doesn't take us more than, I'd say, 20 words in the first paragraph of this novella, which was meant to be, to find out that it was set in Visitation, North Carolina. Now, why did I go on about that? Grab my Kindle, look for that specific information. Okay, I'm a Lori Foster fan. I've read like 90 of her books. This book that meant to be reminded me of, or brought to mind, was Say No to Joe by Lori Foster, about Joe Winston. But I read that book almost 30 years ago. Yeah, came out in 2003. Yes, it did. But now we see Austen. So if you read Say No to Joe, and you can get any and all of these books on Audible, Kindle, your library, wherever, you're going to find out that Austen is now a grown man, a buff and burly construction worker. And now it's his turn to find love. And his person in this book is Corey. Now this book kind of had a little bit of a kind of twist, which is going to make me give this anthology 4 stars instead of the 5 stars that I thought I was going to give it. Because Corey had a gift, kind of like a psychic gift. And I don't read anything paranormal, anything to do with psychics. And there's a whole lot of stuff I don't read. There's a heck of a lot of stuff I do read, and there's quite a few things that I don't read. So that's the only reason I'm going to drop this down 1 star. But don't let it hold you back. Because if you're like me and you like continuity, and you're going to see Joe, and you're going to see Jamie and others from Say No to Joe and the whole Visitation series, which I think was 7 books, you'll be happy to read this one. So that's it. They were all good books, good novellas, I should say. And I don't think this is for a blog tour. I think this is just a regular, I'm just checking because it comes out on April 26th. Okay, yeah. I don't have this for a blog tour, so it will just go up on my blog, maybe even today, just for me to go ahead and get it posted. So that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.